Oh, wow. Hello, 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 and hello. Oh, I got a little bit of corona weight on me. But I wanted to take this opportunity to do a quick little video, primarily because what I have been seeing with these stylists and their recommendations of their clients has truly annoyed me. So I'm going to go over a couple of topics. I'm going to go over four. I'm going to go over business laws as a hairstylist, what to do about color services during this actual pandemic. Do I have the relationship with my clients? And what was I thinking? So the first thing I want to do is talk about business loss as a hairstylist. I realize that a lot of us, I am a licensed hairstylist, but I have a traditional job. I work a 9 to 5, so I'm teleworking. So financially, I'm not as impacted as most stylists would be. Y'all know I love a beverage. But what I've been seeing is that a lot of hairstylists have been talking about what are they going to do, because pretty much no one can go anywhere public because of the social distancing and things of that nature. So I've seen hairstylists doing color, little services for retouches and stuff like that. I've seen them doing conditioning treatments and stuff like that. Some of them talking about applying for disability. Not disability, unemployment, to recoup some of their income and things of that nature. So the first thing I always go back to, I say, is that when you open your business, did you have a business plan? And with the business plan, you actually plan for the good times, the bad times. You plan for a recession. Traditionally, what they always say to people is keep 3 months of income in the bank. That's personal income. As a business owner, you're going to probably need more like 6 to 12 months of business expenses. That means your rent, your utilities, paying your staff if you pay a staff, if you have a staff, your assistants as a hairstylist, everything that it takes to run your business. You need to have about 6 to 12 months in reserve in the event of times where there is slow business. May not be a pandemic, it can just be slow business. As you know, being in this industry, things go up and down all the time. So as a business person, what was your plan for your business? Or did you run your business like most stylists do? Tips, some money in the bank, and just building your business for the future, but not having anything really stacked the way that would sustain you professionally and personally. They need to be two separate accounts. 3 months, 3 to 6 months, personal expenses, and that's everything. You're going out money, you're going to eat, your rent, your utilities, your childcare, your car notes, insurance. You should have that for everything. And then as a business, the exact same thing. I say 6 to 12 months because you don't know how long that recession is going to build. And then whatever you spend, put that reserve back. So when you talk about your business loss, there's going to be some business loss. Some places are down 14 days, 2 months. Some are down until June. From what I've heard, we're really thinking that this thing is going to be like an August thing. I think for some businesses, stay in place, shelter in place situations they have going on across the country. So that means a lot of lost income. And I noticed that a lot of people are trying to come up with creative ways to make income. I've seen a lot of conditioning packages, packets, things of that nature. Some folks have done some color things. And when they did the color thing, folks were like, oh my God, you're doing it. You don't have a license. I see a lot of stylists telling their clients, don't go do box color. Don't do box color, don't do your own haircut. I'm going to talk about the box color thing in a minute. Your own haircut, you definitely can't do. So that's just legit. You can't cut your own trim. You can try to get a friend, but you don't want to be messing with a whole haircut. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of techniques. That's a lot of expertise. So when it comes to that, as a business owner, I don't like the fact that you want your clients to suffer because of the industry. And so basically, the way it sounds is that you're saying, I don't care how you look. I don't care how you guys spend it. I don't care how you look. I don't care if you have 4 inches of gray hair knocking down your hair level 4 brown for the past 6 years. So I don't care if you look like a skunk. I just want you to wait until I'm able to do some business so that I can recoup my income. That's how it sounds. Or here's some conditioning treatments for you. But when it comes to your hair, spray this disgusting powder and all this stuff in it. And let's hope that everything comes back when I'm able to be able to service you. So you're making it about you, not about your clients. Again, I understand clients are important, but effective businesses know how to communicate a little differently and make it about the clients because it is a service industry. So I'm really not a fan of that. I really don't understand it because what you're saying and how it comes across to me is I don't care how you look. I want you to wait to me so I can get my money. That's just realistically, that's what you're saying. I don't care how you try to split it. It's about you and recouping your income. So I get that. So I think I've said enough about the business loss thing. So what to do about color services during this time? I'm a firm believer, and I don't believe clients should try to do their own color per se. Now, what that means is that if there are stylists available and they're within your price range, by all means, go ahead on and go get your color done. Absolutely. Spend the money, make the investment. You're guaranteed a different result from when you do it yourself. In this particular situation, there are no stylists available. There's social distancing. You can't apply color from 6 feet away. It's just not how that works. And I'm not really a fan of box color, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, but unless you're coloring your hair black, you know, a number 1B or something of a dark nature, I could color it. If you're a person who colors your hair black or dark brown, then get your box color, keep it moving. I mean, it is what it is. I would rather you go ahead and do that and I instruct you on what to do versus you go do some real damage and then, oops, I think I'm gonna get to charge you for this color service for $300 or $400. Ridiculous. Again, the stylist looking out for themselves. Now, what I will recommend for those who are level 3 and higher is that you use a no peroxide, no ammonia color. I can recommend a couple. You have Clairol, has beautiful browns. They tend to go from level 1 to level 9. They call it semi-permanent. I mean, you can put that color on your hair every week and virtually nothing really is going to happen. So it's more like a stain, not really going into that cuticle. And then you have Jazzing, another stain that, you know, it sits on it, it fades rather quickly. But again, there's no peroxide and there's no ammonia. So as a stylist who wanted to maintain their clientele, a good business move would be to instruct your client in the interim, because I'm not going to be able to touch your hair for 8 to 12 weeks for some of us. Meaning hair grows an average of 1 inch a month. So in those 2 to 3 months, you're going to have about 2 to 3 inches of new growth. Now, if your hair is 100% white or gray, you're looking at that much hair against whatever your canvas is. So if you have level 3, level 4, that's the medium dark brown, you're going to have white hair up against dark hair. Ain't no styling in the world going to make it look good. Ain't no conditioning treatment in the world going to make it be anything. What you're going to be looking at is ridiculous, because what your stylist is saying, or what you as a stylist is telling your client, you look crazy and wait for me. No, bad move. I would say instruct them, go get a Clairol, no ammonia, no peroxide. Go get some Jazzing, no ammonia, no peroxide. Instruct them on how to apply it, because it's basically going to be like shampooing your hair. It's a lot more gentler than buying a box color that has ammonia peroxide in it. It'll allow them to do a generic maintenance so that they can look okay during this time, versus their hair just being unmaintained because you're technically only looking out for yourself, even though you try to disguise it. So if I were a stylist where my income was pretty much dependent upon people getting their hair color done, I would create a care package for my client. Hey, here's what I have for you. They don't have to know what you got or where you got it. That's your choice. But here's what I have, and here's what I recommend. And here's what I'm going to charge you on how to put it in your hair. Here's what you're going to look like. You're not going to look like you had your hair professionally done. But at the same time, you're not going to look like a person walking around crazy with these white streaks in your hair because you can't get your color done. Because at the end of the day, it is all about the client. It is all about the customer. So I'm going to take the time and provide good counsel so that the amount of work I have to do when they return is minimized, and I create a better relationship with them. So that's what I would do with my color services. I would recommend a no peroxide, no ammonia color line. I would help them with what they need to pick out. And I would say, here's what you need to get. Matter of fact, I'm going to get it. Here's the conditioning treatment. I will bundle it all up, charge it at a reasonable fee, instruct them on how to apply it, and then they can still maintain it after. They can maintain it during the time. Now, I know most of you all's concern is that, well, after it's all over, they won't come back. Well, then you didn't have good client retention because they could have went and bought it anyway. So if your concern is, are they going to come back to you? That means you're not really establishing what kind of service you were providing, which brings me to my third topic of, do I have the relationship with my clients that I think? If you're a stylist who has a very good relationship with your clients, you ain't worried about something like that. You ain't worried about if you say, hey, here's a little cheat sheet to get you through because I know you're loyal. I know that you're coming back. I know that you like the level of service that I provide. Like I said, I am a stylist. I have given many of my clients who couldn't afford color at the time, hey, go buy X at the store. You want to get a 5-in Clairol. I like it. I think it's great. They've used it. Boom. When they had their money, they came on in. They got their color done. We didn't have a whole lot of color corrections. And stop scaring these people with these little lies of color correction. It's not going to cost you $300 to fix their hair. And stop lying about it. I really need y'all to stop that. That pisses me the hell off. A lot of these folks trying to scare them so that you can make your money. No. And I've given it to plenty of friends. Hey, I've relocated. They don't want someone else to do their hair. Hey, this is what you can buy at the store that'll give you the similar look. Well, it's not going to look like when I do it because, hey, I'm on top of you applying the color. I can see every nook. I can see every cranny. I know how far to take the brush down. You're just trying to cover your gray and get by. So I have no problem with that. I'll tell them what color lines in the box color I think are great. I don't like Fructis Garnier. I tend to like Clairol or L'Oreal. That's fine to me because at the end of the day, if they can't afford it, they can't afford it. And I'm not going to have you in a situation because I'm so busy looking out for my pocket, because to me that's bad customer service. But if you have the proper relationship with your clientele, then guess what? They're going to come back anyway. So why are you so worried and concerned about that? I think the issue is that you really are concerned about them figuring out whether or not you are worth the value. And that's a different situation that you need to discuss within yourself. And maybe one, if you have some real concerns, you can have with me, and I can tell you how to create value, because I've never worried about clients leaving, ever. Don't you just love a Gatorade? And my last thing I'm going to talk about is, what was I thinking? When you thought it was a good idea to blackmail your client, what were you thinking? Did you think that they would say, oh my God, I'm going to walk around here looking horrible because Amber can't see me for 3 months, so I guess I just have to look like a rag lady and not worry about it, because I dare not go do anything to my hair because Amber said it's going to cost me $300. So I'm going to wait 12 weeks and look ridiculous because I know that Amber's my best friend. No, what were you thinking? What was your whole motive behind that whole, what I want to call, manipulative mindset? And I think it's good to give your clients sound advice, but in certain circumstances, one like we're in now, it's better for you to handhold them and say, here's what you can do in the interim so that you're not looking crazy. Now, you won't look as great as you do when I do it, but here's something that'll get you by, because it's really about the clients. I don't want you to look bad because of what's happening, because otherwise that's what you're saying to them. And so I just thought I'd come on and say that really quick. Now, I know you may have some comments. I know you may be upset. But if you want to know how to really provide this kind of service to your client, send me a message, make a comment, and I can help you do it. Because I've been doing hair for quite some years. I'm professionally trained. I have 3 licenses, 1 in each state. All have different requirements. And for me, it is all about the client. It is not about, ooh, I spent all this money going to hair school. That's your investment. That's your choice. Stop blackmailing people. No one cares. Okay, you spent the money. Nobody cares. Okay? And this is your way of making sure you retain a client, because where you're not giving that client some information and some guidance and some assistance, trust me, there is somebody who is. So I just wanted to bring you that little bit of information. I just want you to rethink your, how am I going to retain my clients during this time? Because reality is, what you don't do, someone else will do. And You may not say you want to provide them that information, but somebody somewhere, they may go buy a wig and find out, oh my God, I can just keep buying wigs for 30 bucks, put on a skull cap or whatever, get somebody to braid it back, and I can change my hair for 40, 50, 60 bucks and never see you again anyway. I don't have to pay $300 for highlights. I give me a nice highlighted wig for $125, and then I can wear that wig as much as I want to. I ain't got to come every 6 weeks. So if your whole thing is client retention, the way you're going about it in this instance, I don't think it's correct. Thank you so much. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Leave your comments. Tell your friends. All right. Remember, you are here with Reasons with Estyn Style.